Sorry, I am a little bit sick, but I've been seeing some headlines recently about a strategic shift in Xbox. And it's something that I have to talk about because if you have been on the Good Guy Theo channel at all, something that you know about me and my whole family, honestly, is that we love physical media and we love video games. I love Xbox. I grew up on Xbox. I've been playing the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One since I was a little kid. I have great memories of my dad and all of his friends doing Halo Reach LAN parties. And the tremendous 2.5, I started my own gaming league called PBL, where we get 8 Xbox 360s together and we relive the glory days of Xbox LAN Party. Now, the headlines I saw going around this week were related to the idea of Xbox shutting down or not prioritizing the gaming business anymore, that Sony has finally won. And I looked into this a little bit, and I think there's some cause for alarm for sure. And the projection of what Xbox wants to prioritize seems a little sad. If you haven't heard, Xbox had like an interview, and one of the main points of it was that they want to probably look towards cloud and AI gaming more than physical consoles in the future. Now, behind the camera right now, I have my Xbox 360 and my Xbox One on my desk. And the thought of not having those physical consoles to gift to my son for Christmas, whatever the new Xbox is, kind of breaks my heart a little bit. There is something so magical to pulling out a physical box that is filled with dreams and joy and some of the greatest memories you can ever have with your friends, and plugging it in wherever you are. The idea of the physicality of the box and the physicalness of the disc, something we are already losing, both being permanently discarded for cloud gaming, it just really peeves me off. One of the main reasons we started PBL in 2025 is to not lose a touch to that physical side of gaming, to that LAN party feeling, to that couch co-op feeling that comes by sitting next to your buddies while you play a game. I think what gaming companies aren't realizing in 2026 is that people yearn for real connection. We want to sit next to our buddies and play games together. Even if it's a little inconvenient, I'd rather have more fun whipping out my Xbox 360 than playing almost any online slot game in the big 2.6. If you've been watching the channel recently, a lot of the videos I've been putting out are all filmed on my crappy Xbox 360. I've been doing a playthrough of Dark Souls 1 for the first time ever without guides and without help and without watching YouTube tutorials, and the experience of that has been so special. Every other week we do PBL on Xbox 360's Black Ops 2 together, and I've also been playing through Red Dead Redemption 1 on my Xbox 360. I have such a genuine connection to this brand because my dad poured so much of his time into it, and it connected me and my family so much, and me and my friends. Some of the earliest memories I have with my best friend Luke Sandberg are of playing Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360 together. Those are things that you just can't replicate in the modern day of gaming as much. So when I see headlines talking about this idea that cloud gaming is the future, I think about that Jacob Geller video about how the future is an empty room, that we're just gonna be sitting in a room with a VR headset strapped to our face, playing with people that we've never even met, that might not even be real. And I just don't think that's a future that I want to help bring along. I love sitting next to my friends and playing video games with them. I love what the Xbox means for me. I love the experience of turning an Xbox on, syncing up a controller, going through that Zen music as I pick my avatar. Something about specifically the 360 just felt like it was filled with so much life and love, and I adore it, man. I really do. So when I see these headlines, it really breaks my heart, and it's not something that I want to happen. I think like everyone, when I was like 15 or 16, I got a gaming PC and I played a lot on there, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that there's something so special to the experience about an Xbox 360 that is not replicated by a computer. Something about the limited aspect of this Xbox makes it so your experience is so much more curated. No, there's not unlimited games or unlimited things to entertain you, but there's quality games on there. Every once in a while, I kind of just feel like old man yells at cloud, where I'm on this freaking soapbox of like, oh, new things are bad, and I don't innately think that, but I do feel like it is obvious we used to care more about what we produced. And I think the idea of cloud gaming is a significant indicator that things aren't going to get better for the gaming industry. I don't know if this video is just a me kind of being sad video, but I want you guys to be a part of showing up I guess, for cool sides of gaming. People always talk about the golden era of gaming and why we used to actually think that gaming was kind of cool. It's because it was about human interaction. It was about hopping on that BO2 lobby, screaming your lungs out at a little kid while dropping 30 on his head. It was about getting 8 of your best friends into one room, and even though it was hot and stinky and you all had work in the morning, you were still there for one reason, and that was to hang out with your best friends and play Xbox. So I think that as I see the gaming world shift more towards these very isolated pockets of people, it just kind of makes me sad. I don't know. So be against that. Invite your friends over and play Castle Crashers on the couch. Actually get into some couch co-op for once. Maybe start your own PBL or PSL or whatever you want to call it, dude. Go to local tournaments even if you know that you're not going to win. Start your own tournaments. Start pouring into this community that can be really cool at times. Like things like Discord and stuff are cool, and I love Counter-Strike. Everyone knows that's one of my favorite games. But if I had the option to play a Counter-Strike match with 10 computers with 10 of my friends in one room, I'm doing that every single time, you know? I'm not trying to live in the past or anything. I'm trying to bring what we loved about the past into the modern day. And I think if a game like Black Ops 2 is so fun and so good, and MW2 is so fun and so good, and these Xbox 360s are still kicking, we should use them. And if Xbox wants to go in the direction of AI, and if Xbox wants to do all that, man, I'm not gonna go out there and be a part of that, you know? I'm gonna stick to what I love. I'm going to stick to what I cared about and what my childhood is connected to. I don't think it's just nostalgia that tells us that the 2000s were the golden era of gaming. Before gaming was so mainstream, you saw people that were making games with actual passion. I think that you saw people that wanted to be considered an art form. When I look at Halo 3, Halo Reach, I see people that wanted to be the best. And they wanted to make games that people would actually love. And now people make games for money more than anything. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. And maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you think that this idea of like cloud gaming and Xbox not focusing on its actual consoles anymore is super awesome. Comment that. Tell me why you think that. For me, I see an Xbox, I see a GameCube, I see a Wii, man, and I think, wow, how have we not figured out how to be better than this? How have we not gotten better than this right now? I think the Xbox One X is great. And it makes me sad that they've consistently put out good consoles and they've just slowly messed things up. Like Xbox buying out game studio after game studio after game studio and not letting them even create anything is heartbreaking. Games constantly coming out half-baked or unfinished only to get updated as they go, and then you can finally play it 3 years after it comes out. It sucks. It really sucks. And I think that we're going to see, honestly, maybe even a lot of people disappointed when GTA comes out. I don't know. Maybe GTA will be great, actually. Maybe GTA is going to be perfect. It feels like the state of gaming right now is kind of getting kicked to the curb by its bigger companies. I honestly don't know if we're ever going to get another Xbox console, and that's crazy to say, man, because Xbox owned the world in the 2000s, bro. So if this is it for Xbox, I really hope, honestly, Microsoft just lets Xbox buy itself out. I love Xbox. I love what it's done for gaming. I love getting together with my family and friends and playing Xbox. The Xbox is the best controller that's ever been made. It's not close. The Xbox has some of the greatest titles made ever. It's not close. And I hope this isn't the end. I hope we keep getting more Xboxes till I'm old and gray. I hope that they keep making cool games. I hope that my kids in 2020, I hope in the year 2030 when I give my kids an Xbox, it's not going to have to be an Xbox X. I hope there's a new one that I can give them. I hope it's awesome. I hope there's so much fun. Maybe I'm rambling. I don't know. I guess my point is I love old stuff and I don't want it to get ruined. And if it is going to get ruined, I think that we need to stand up and enjoy that old stuff still. Don't just buy the new thing, you know? All right. I think that makes sense. A little rambly, sorry guys. On Sunday, this coming Sunday, I'm doing the final boss of Dark Souls 1 if you guys want to come watch it. If not, whatever, but it's going to be live on twitch.tv/goodguytheo. I hope that I see you guys in a COD lobby soon. Peace. If you liked what you heard about PBL and you want to watch that, be a part of it, we live stream it every other Tuesday. We're working on getting multiple POV cams going for that, so I think that'll get really cool. Maybe comment, tell me some of your guys' favorite Xbox stories or what you think about the future of gaming, cloud gaming. If you think Xbox is going to ever make a comeback, if you think it's just over, just let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Makes my day. And I love seeing video games do what they're meant for, which is connect people to other people. I think if people ever feel a little less lonely in the world, even if it's by something like gaming or sports, I think that's always a good thing. So use that for what they are made for. Connect people. Okay, sorry, this is a little editor postscript. I noticed that a couple times in this video, I was talking about Microsoft as a company and I said Xbox. I know that Xbox doesn't buy game companies and Microsoft does that. I know that Xbox isn't the one focusing on AI and Microsoft chooses that. I'm just saying Xbox because it was the thing I was thinking of. Also, look at this pink controller. That's pretty cool. I love Xbox, guys. That's my point. That's the whole point of the video. I love you guys, and I love Xbox. All right, bye-bye.